Thank you, Chairman Stile, Ranking Member Morelli, members of the committee. Thank you for the invitation to testify. In this polarized atmosphere, it would be wonderful if we could agree on a few basic facts. Non-citizens are, in fact, getting onto American voter rolls, and some of them are voting. The data show that most often non-citizens are getting on the rolls through the motor voter process or third-party registration drives. Ignoring this problem ignores the harmful impacts to both our elections, but also to the aliens who are caught in the system breakdown. Because they have registered to vote, often at the behest of third parties or bureaucrats, these well-meaning green card holders face deportation. When a foreigner registers to vote in the motor voter system, as undeniably happened by the thousands in Pennsylvania, every American should be concerned. Once upon a time, fixing this problem would have been a bipartisan priority. We've identified 4 core elements that lead to foreigners registering and voting. Number 1, a faulty motor voter system facilitates alien registration and then voting. We discovered this most dramatically in Pennsylvania in 2017, where every PennDOT customer was offered voter registration for an estimated 2 decades, regardless of citizenship. Even worse, foreign language customers were screened in different written languages than the ones they speak, that increased the number of foreign voter registrations. Element 2, when states do not or are prevented from investigating prior claims of non-citizenship, foreign nationals fill the rolls. In previous years, states like Florida and Texas have been disrupted by the courts from trying to study indications of foreign citizenship among existing registrants. Element 3, when election officials do not carefully review forms, foreigners get registered. The federal form that Congress approved 30 years ago requires an attestation of U.S. citizenship via a checkbox. After 30 years of motor voter, we can conclusively say the checkbox honor system has failed. Unfortunately, my organization has found in California, Florida, Texas, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and other states where applicants actually admitted on the registration form they weren't U.S. citizens and still got registered to vote. We call these checkbox no's. Litigation that the Public Interest Legal Foundation has brought has revealed disturbing numbers of checkbox no's. Registrations across the country where they tell the election official they're not a citizen and they still get registered to vote. Election officials are dropping the ball. Finally, element 4, a lack of transparency. Secrecy preserves bad practices and fosters conspiratorial concerns. When people don't know the truth, they think things up that aren't true. And that's why states have to comply with Section 8 of NVRA and disclose public records. In 2024, it is no longer an open question whether foreign nationals are registering and voting. Anyone who would try to argue otherwise has not read the data. We have documented the problems. We've documented the Middle Eastern immigrant whose green card was revoked in Pennsylvania after PennDOT offered him registration in an unfamiliar language. He lost 7 years of his life trying to clear his name until Pennsylvania admitted to a mass glitch in the motor voter system. We've documented the Sudanese refugee in Pittsburgh who was given an English voter registration form at a time when he needed an interpreter. We found records of a San Francisco college student whose coursework was disrupted because he mistook a federal voter drive for a campus election. This is just a tiny sample of the stacks of documents that we have available of victims, aliens who are in the green card process, who've been sucked into the motor voter system, registered to vote, and jeopardize their legal status in the United States. People are registering through a broken motor voter system. They're victims to this broken system, and Congress can fix it through a few basic, simple fixes. Thank you very much.